classes. Today we are going to study about the digestive glands. So children, glands which secrete or produces or releases substance that perform a specific function in our body. So children, glands are scattered throughout the digestive system. So students, you have understood the meaning of glands. Now tell me, what is digestive gland? So the word itself explains that digestive gland is associated with digestion, and the function of digestion is to break down the complex substance into simpler substances. So digestive glands are comprises of three glands, that is salivary gland, liver and pancreas. So let us study one by one in details. So let us start with salivary gland. So children, it is all about the vocal cavity, and salivary glands are divided into three parts, that is parotid glands, submandibular glands and the sublingual glands. So students, parotid glands are found just beneath the each ear, and submandibular glands are present at the floor of the top, and sublingual glands lie under the tongue. So it is associated with the saliva. So salivary glands secrete saliva which contain ptyalin enzyme. Please remember this name of the enzyme, that is ptyalin enzyme. So the main function of this enzyme is to help in the digestion of carbohydrate. So what it does, that it converts the starch portion of the food and convert it into maltose, and the function of it is to moisten or soften the food which can be easily swallowed up. Next gland is the liver. So liver is the largest gland of the body, and it lies on the right side below the chest region. It is reddish brown in color, and liver is protected inside the rib cage. So now main function of the liver is to secrete bile. Now what is bile? So bile is a byproduct, and it is greenish yellow fluid which is stored in the gallbladder. Now what is gallbladder? So you can see the picture of gallbladder here. This green color part you are seeing, this is called as gallbladder. So bile is transferred to the anterior end of the small intestine called as duodenum. So you can see here in this picture, this is duodenum. So the bile produced in the liver and stored in the gallbladder is now transferred to the duodenum. Now the main function of bile is to break down the fats. So children, fats and oils cannot be broken down. Here in the book it is written that they are broken down, but fats cannot be broken down. They are emulsified, means the larger substances are broken down into small fat molecules. So this is called as emulsification of fats. The function of bile is to neutralize the acid formed in the stomach. How? The bile contains sodium carbonate, and the main function of it to neutralize the acid formed in the stomach. The next picture you are seeing is the picture of pancreas, and this is also a gland which is associated with the small intestine. So children, this is white in color, and these are found just behind the stomach. So the main function of pancreas is to produce or secrete pancreatic juice, which is poured into the small intestine along with the bile. So children, here in this picture you can see gallbladder store bile, and they are having a common bile duct. You can see here in this picture, and the pancreas contain pancreatic juice, and together they are secreted or transferred into the small intestine. So pancreatic juices along with the bile, they are poured into the small intestine. So let us see what this pancreatic juice consists of. So children, pancreatic juice consists of three different enzymes, that is amylase, trypsin, lipase. So the function of amylase is to digest the starch or break down the starch. So children, we have already seen this function is also done by the salivary gland, and the enzyme ptyalin also does the same. But children, the difference here we see that salivary enzyme ptyalin, they break down the starch only 30%, whereas 70% of the starch is broken down by the pancreas and containing enzyme called as amylase. Next enzyme is trypsin. So the function of the trypsin is to digest the protein. Lipase is to digest the fat, or they are called as fat digesting enzyme. And starch is broken down into glucose, protein is broken down into amino acids, and fat is converted into fatty acids and glycerol. So children, this is the different glands we have studied today: digestive gland, the liver gland, the pancreas. The function of the digestive gland is to digest or moisten the food and make it soft. Function of the liver is to produce bile which neutralize the acid. Next we have seen the gland called as pancreas. So pancreas, the function of it is to produce pancreatic juice which help in the digestion of starch, protein and fatty acids. Hope you have understood the lesson well. So keep studying. Thank you.